Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone anywhere in between on the spectrum of identity. Step right up to another quote video. Now, I know that everyone is in a different place, a different situation, a different position, with different conditions, external, internal, physical, psychiatric, spiritual, mental, stress, the positives and the negatives in your life, your circumstances are all as unique as you are. But there are certain human universals, like emotions, like serenity, our search for meaning, hope, peace, fulfillment, existential questions, the human experience in its totality, though each of us has our own unique niche in that experience based on where we were raised, who we were born to, what we experienced, our culture, our society, the paradigms, our socioeconomic status, on, that influence our perspectives. And should we have experienced a different situation, maybe we'd be a different person. We can't say because we can only say what we know. And I can only share what I know. And I can only share what I've experienced. It is my belief that we are here in part, and historically, it's in our basic human survival to help and to share. We would hunt, we would gather, we would bring back our collection of vegetable and meat, our hunt and our gather, and we would share amongst the tribe. And it was essential to share for the survival of all. That the human connection and sharing of wisdom orally, oral traditions of sharing the wisdom throughout history before we had language was important. Education, sharing, contribution for the betterment of all has always been an element of human existence. I believe it is part of why we are here, inherent in our DNA, to do the best we can, to make some sort of difference for someone, anyone, anywhere, in any way that we are able to do so. And this channel, as small, technically shoddy, quirky and eccentric as it is and I am, is my attempt to contribute. It's not the only one I make, but it is my attempt to contribute, to share what I've experienced, lessons I've learned, things I've picked up that I try to employ in my own life to help me get through this thing, this universal experience of the human experience. To try to help, to try to contribute. And contribution itself to anything on a small or a large basis in any kind of way. Contribution makes us feel better emotionally. It makes us feel more connected to the world around us if we're feeling isolated and estranged and like we don't belong anywhere, there's no larger meaning or purpose in our lives. We can feel lost and devoid and like we're just clocking in the hours and it doesn't mean anything. Service and contribution, it can make you feel connected to other people and make you feel connected to something larger and greater than yourself. Through service, you can find meaning and purpose in your life where it is lacking a sense that you are connected and doing something good, something meaningful, something greater than yourself. No matter how small or how large your contribution is. Raising your family, trying to shape your children to be of good character, of good self-esteem, self-confidence, well-rounded, wonderful people. That is a contribution, not to be minimized. Whether you have a platform of 1,000 or a platform of 1, try to contribute. And there's a saying that says, try to plant seeds under whose tree you do not wish to find shade. We should be in a position, a state of mind, a perspective that we wish to give without the expectation of receiving anything in return for that giving. There is something profoundly uplifting of selfless service. Oftentimes in relationships and in situations, we give with the expectation of something in return, reciprocal giving. We give in order to get. We give friendship and support in order to expect that that friendship and support will be reciprocated when we need it. We give of our time and our finances in order to get a feeling of being a good person, a good contributory person. Sometimes we put it on blast on social media in order to pronounce that we are a good person, in order to get esteem, to be viewed in a certain way. But there's a beauty, a particularly really uplifting beauty in selfless service. Plant seeds under whose shade you do not wish to sit. Giving of yourself in an attempt to help other people in any way that you can, without expecting anything in return. Parenthood is one of those examples. Giving into your children with the expectation of just hoping they have the best life possible and become the best examples of themselves that they can be, not expecting anything out of them in return, not demanding their love and respect, not doing it because you expect your children to provide fulfillment for you, doing it because you love them and you're just pouring yourself into that. Selfless service, service without recognition, service for the sake of service, service from people that you expect to get nothing back from, does wonders. Any kind of service, any kind of connection to larger organizations, larger networks of people, like-minded people, giving people, being giving does something, fills our heart like the Grinch stole Christmas. It grows sizes bigger, and we just feel better about who we are, and we feel more connected to other people and find more meaning and purpose in our life. But if you selflessly give, that has a special power. And though this channel is not good in and of itself, my heart and my intentions are good. And I don't know who you are, most of you. I don't know who you are, how this impacts you. If anything I put out any time over the time that I've been doing this makes a drop in your bucket of the ocean of difficulty and disruption and things that you are trying to navigate, the serenity and peace and fulfillment and contentment and hope and growth that you are wishing for in your life, the improvement of your life and yourself and your self-esteem and your centeredness, your resilience, your ability to keep on keeping on with the best possible constitution possible, to still have hopes and dreams and not let adulthood beat it out of you. And anything else that I've covered, I don't know whether it hits a mark in you or not. I don't know who I help. I don't know if I help. But I do hope, sincerely, that I help. Somewhere, sometime, someday, some video hits a mark with someone. If in doing this channel, the many hours I have dedicated to this does something good for even one person, it's all been worth it. It has all been worth it, all the time, all the energy. It's all been worth it if I impact even one. I really hope I can make a difference, even in the smallest way. Quote of the day, and hopefully you do too.